Before watching the video, please press the subscribe button and walk in the light of God.
A whisper from the sands. Beneath the sun-scorched plains of Egypt's Fayum region lies a secret older than the pyramids, a riddle carved into the earth itself. The underground city of Hawara, known as the Labyrinth of Egypt, beckons with promises of lost knowledge, hidden truths, and perhaps something far stranger. Built around 1800 BCE under the reign of Pharaoh Amenemhat III, this sprawling complex was once hailed by the Greek historian Herodotus as a marvel surpassing even the great pyramids of Giza. With its rumored 3,000 chambers, half buried beneath the desert sands, it stands as one of antiquity's greatest enigmas. Yet today, its precise location remains uncertain, its ruins largely lost to time, and its secrets fiercely guarded. What lies beneath Hawara? A forgotten monument to a pharaoh's glory, or something more? A key to a past we've yet to comprehend. As modern expeditions falter and official reports grow silent, whispers of conspiracy emerge, weaving a tapestry of intrigue that stretches from ancient sands to the shadowy corridors of power. Let us descend into the labyrinth where history and mystery collide. The Labyrinth Unveiled, a historical enigma. The story of Hawara begins in the fertile oasis of Fayum, a region transformed by the ingenuity of Amenemhat III, a pharaoh of Egypt's Middle Kingdom. Near his mud brick pyramid, a structure unlike any other rose from the earth, a labyrinth of unparalleled complexity. Herodotus, visiting Egypt in the 5th century BCE, described it with awe. 12 roofed courts, 3,000 rooms split evenly above and below ground, adorned with white stone and intricate carvings. He claimed it outshone the pyramids, a testament to human ambition. Other ancient writers like Strabo, Diodorus Siculus, and Pliny the Elder echoed his wonder, though their accounts varied. Strabo linked its courts to Egypt's provinces, while Diodorus suggested it inspired the mythical labyrinth of Minos in Crete. Yet this marvel did not endure. By the late period or Ptolemaic era, the labyrinth was razed, its stones pilfered for other projects. Canals dug in later centuries, such as the Bar Sharqiya in the 13th century, further scarred the site. For millennia, it faded into obscurity, a ghost beneath the desert. It wasn't until the 17th century that explorers like Claude Sicard began to pinpoint its location, followed by meticulous excavations by Flinders Petrie in 1888, who uncovered statues of Sobek and Hathor, granite temples, and traces of a vast complex. Then, in 2008, a Belgian-Egyptian expedition using ground-penetrating radar confirmed something extraordinary. A subterranean network still lingered beneath Hawara. But the findings were abruptly hushed, igniting a firestorm of speculation. What was found? And why was it concealed? Conspiracy theory. 1. The veil of secrecy. The 2008 Madaha expedition promised to peel back the layers of Hawara's mystery. Armed with cutting-edge radar, the team detected a sprawling underground complex near Amenemhat's pyramid, an echo of Herodotus's 3,000 rooms. Initial reports in the NRIAG journal hinted at a discovery that could rewrite history. Then silence. Zahi Hawass, then Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, ordered the findings suppressed, citing national security. The official narrative stalled, leaving the world to wonder. What could be so sensitive beneath Hawara's sands? Conspiracy theorists seize on this opacity. Some argue that the Egyptian government, perhaps in concert with global powers like UNESCO or shadowy elites, uncovered evidence too explosive to reveal, technology, knowledge, or artifacts that defy our understanding of ancient Egypt. The Fayum region's proximity to modern military bases fuels speculation. Is Hawara a strategic asset, its secrets weaponized or protected for reasons beyond archaeology? Others point to Egypt's history of tightly controlling its antiquities, like the controversies over the Great Sphinx or the Giza Plateau, as evidence of a pattern. Could Hawara hold truths that threaten the established timeline of human civilization? Yet, logic offers a counterpoint. Egypt's antiquities are a national treasure, vulnerable to looting and exploitation, as seen in the aftermath of the 2011 revolution. Suppressing the 2008 findings might reflect pragmatism, safeguarding a fragile site from treasure hunters or managing limited resources for excavation. National security could simply mean protecting cultural heritage in a volatile region. Still, the lack of transparency gnaws at the imagination. If the labyrinth's chambers were merely ruins, why the secrecy? What if they contained something more, a relic, a record, or a revelation too profound to release? Conspiracy theory. 2. A repository of lost knowledge. Herodotus's Labyrinth wasn't just a maze, it was a monument of purpose. With its thousands of chambers, adorned with hieroglyphs and paintings, it hints at a function beyond a pharaoh's tomb. Could it have been a repository of ancient wisdom, a library rivaling Alexandria's, safeguarding secrets of astronomy, engineering, or even the cosmos? Conspiracy theorists propose that Hawara holds scrolls, maps, or devices from a forgotten age, and that modern authorities suppress this to maintain control over history's narrative. The historical context tantalizes. Amenemhat III was a master of innovation, transforming Fayum into an agricultural powerhouse with advanced irrigation. A labyrinth near his pyramid might have served as an administrative hub, storing records of trade routes, crop cycles, or diplomatic ties with distant lands. Petrie's 1888 finds, statues and temples, suggest a religious role, but the sheer scale described by ancient sources implies more. What if its underground chambers preserved papyri detailing Egypt's interactions with lost cultures, or knowledge of celestial events predating known records? Skeptics argue that no such evidence has surfaced. Excavations have yielded ceremonial artifacts, not revolutionary texts or tools. The labyrinth's destruction and reuse of its stones suggest little survived intact. Yet, the 2008 radar scans, shrouded in mystery, reignite the question. What lies undisturbed below? Imagine chambers sealed since antiquity, their walls etched with star charts or formulas, hidden from plunderers. If such a trove exists, its suppression could stem from fear of rewriting history, challenging religious doctrines, or empowering those who'd exploit it. The possibility lingers, a siren call to the curious. Conspiracy theory. 3. Echoes of Atlantis or extraterrestrial hands. The labyrinth's grandeur invites wilder theories. Some claim it as a remnant of Atlantis, the fabled lost civilization, or a creation guided by extraterrestrial beings. Herodotus's awe, coupled with Diodorus's hint of a connection to Crete's Minotaur labyrinth, fuels speculation that Hawara reflects a technology or culture beyond Egypt's grasp. Could its 3,000 rooms, far exceeding any known tomb, point to an advanced society erased from history, or alien architects aiding Amenemhat III? This theory thrives on the labyrinth's scale and complexity. Building a structure of such magnitude in 1800 BCE required precise engineering, mathematics, and labor coordination, feats Egypt mastered, as seen in the pyramids. But what if Hawara pushed beyond human limits? Proponents imagine subterranean machines, energy sources, or blueprints from a drowned continent or distant stars. The 2008 discovery of an intact underground network only deepens the mystery. Could it house relics of a pre-Egyptian epoch? Science dismantles this fantasy. The labyrinth fits the Middle Kingdom's architectural style: mud brick and granite, not otherworldly materials. No artifacts suggest alien influence. Sobek statues and hieroglyphs anchor it firmly in Egyptian tradition. Atlantis, a tale from Plato, lacks physical evidence linking it to Hawara. Yet, the mind wanders. What if a kernel of truth hides within the myth? Perhaps not aliens, but a forgotten Mediterranean culture traded knowledge with Egypt, its legacy buried beneath Fayum. The absence of proof doesn't fully silence the whisper of the unknown. Conspiracy theory. 4. A portal to other realms. Beneath Hawara's sands, some envision a labyrinth not of stone, but of the supernatural, a portal to other dimensions or times. Its underground expanse, shrouded in darkness, evokes tales of mystic gateways in ancient lore. Could its design, with endless corridors and hidden chambers, harness energies or align with cosmic forces? A secret Amenemhat, the third wielded for power beyond the mortal plane? The 2008 radar findings lend eerie credence. A vast, uncharted network lies untouched, its purpose unclear. Ancient Egyptian cosmology revered the underworld, Duat, the realm of the dead, where pharaohs journeyed post-mortem. A labyrinth beneath a pyramid might symbolize this passage, its layout a map to transcendence. Conspiracy theorists stretch further. What if it was a literal gateway, activated by rituals lost to time? The suppression of data only thickens the fog. Perhaps authorities stumbled upon something inexplicable. Reason counters with simplicity. Underground structures in Egypt often served practical ends: tombs, storage, or protection from invaders. The labyrinth's religious artifacts align with funerary rites, not arcane machinery. No energy signatures or anomalies have been reported. Still, the imagination resists closure. If its chambers align with stars or ley lines, could they hold a forgotten science or magic, blurring history and myth? The question lingers in the shadows. The unsolved mysteries, questions that haunt. Beneath the shifting sands of Hawara, the labyrinth lies in wait. A silent sentinel of secrets, its chambers locked in an eternal embrace with the earth. History offers fragments, science provides glimpses, yet the full tale of this subterranean enigma eludes us. What truths does it guard? What shadows does it cast? 4 great mysteries rise from its depths, each a haunting echo that reverberates through time, daring us to unravel their meaning. These are not mere questions, they are specters of the unknown, whispering of a past we may never fully grasp. 7.1. Purpose unraveled, a labyrinth beyond a tomb? What drove Pharaoh Amenemhat III to weave this intricate web of stone and shadow? The labyrinth's ostensible role as a funerary complex near his pyramid seems clear. Egyptian pharaohs often built grand monuments to secure their journey to the afterlife. Yet, Herodotus's account of 3,000 chambers, split evenly above and below ground, challenges this simplicity. No tomb, not even the mightiest pyramid, demands such scale. Was it a mere mausoleum, or something far grander? A nexus of power woven into the fabric of Middle Kingdom Egypt. Consider the context. Amenemhat III ruled during a golden age of the Middle Kingdom. a time of stability and innovation. His reign transformed Fayum into a breadbasket through masterful irrigation, a feat of engineering rivaling the labyrinth itself. Could this underground city have been a mirror to that ambition, an administrative stronghold, storing records of trade, agriculture, or diplomacy? The 12 roofed courts described by Strabo, possibly tied to Egypt's provinces, hint at a bureaucratic purpose, a central hub where the kingdom's pulse was measured. Or perhaps it was a religious epicenter, its subterranean depths a sacred echo of the Duat, the underworld where gods and souls intertwined. Yet the sheer excess of 3,000 rooms, half buried in darkness, defies practical explanation. Were they symbolic? A cosmic map etched in stone, aligning with stars or seasons? Did they house priests, scribes, or initiates guarding esoteric rites? The statues of Sobek and Hathor unearthed by Flinders Petrie in 1888 suggest a divine connection. But to what end? Imagined chambers filled not with treasure, but with knowledge, scrolls of lost wisdom, rituals to appease the crocodile god Sobek, or secrets of the fertile Fayum. Or could it have been a fortress of the mind, a labyrinthine puzzle to confound invaders or unworthy successors? The purpose remains a phantom, slipping through our fingers, leaving us to ponder. What dream drove its creation? Lost to time. Why was it erased? The labyrinth's fate is as mysterious as its birth. Once a marvel surpassing the pyramids, it crumbled into dust, its stones scattered across centuries. By the late period or Ptolemaic era, it was gone, its destruction so complete that even its location faded from memory until rediscovered in the 17th century. Why did this titan of antiquity vanish so utterly? Was it a casualty of time, human greed, or a deliberate act of obliteration? Natural decay offers one answer. The Middle Kingdom favored mud brick over enduring limestone, and Hawara's proximity to canals, like the Bar Sharqiya of the 13th century, may have eroded its foundations. Yet, this alone feels inadequate. The pyramids, battered by millennia, still stand. Why not the labyrinth? Historical accounts suggest its stones were quarried for later projects, a common fate for ancient ruins. After Rome's fall, Egypt's monuments became quarries for medieval builders, their blocks repurposed for mosques and homes. The labyrinth, less iconic than Giza's wonders, might have been an easy target. But what if the destruction was intentional? Imagine a conqueror, Persian, Greek, or Roman, razing it to erase its power. Could it have held secrets deemed too dangerous, records or relics threatening new regimes? The Ptolemies, who ruled after Alexander, reshaped Egypt's culture. Did they dismantle Hawara to bury its Middle Kingdom legacy? Or perhaps its own people turned against it, stripping it bare in times of famine or war, its grandeur sacrificed for survival? The canals that scarred its site hint at neglect, but also at purpose. What if they were dug to flood its depths, sealing them forever? The erasure raises a chilling possibility. Something within demanded oblivion. Was it knowledge, wealth, or a truth so profound that history itself conspired to silence it? The stones are gone, but their absence speaks, a void that haunts us still. The true extent, a maze beyond imagination? Herodotus's 3,000 rooms loom large in the labyrinth's legend, a number so vast it strains belief. Was this a poetic flourish, an exaggeration by a traveler awed by Egypt's wonders, or a glimpse of a reality we've yet to confirm? The 2008 Mataha expedition, with its radar piercing the earth, hinted at a subterranean network near Amenemhat's pyramid. but its scale remains cloaked in secrecy. How vast was Hawara's labyrinth, and what lies beyond our reach? Petrie's 1888 excavations mapped a perimeter of 385 by 158 meters, a footprint of 28,000 square meters. Impressive, but far from housing thousands of chambers. Ancient writers like Strabo and Pliny offered conflicting details: 12 courts, 27 columns, a maze of corridors, suggesting either confusion or a structure too complex to describe. Herodotus, barred from the lower levels, relied on hearsay. His 1,500 underground rooms might reflect myth more than measurement. Yet, the radar scans of 2008 defy dismissal. They revealed a sprawling complex, its edges undefined, buried beneath layers of sand and silt. Could Herodotus have been right? Not in exact count, but in spirit. Picture a labyrinth stretching beyond Patri's bounds, its tunnels snaking beneath Fayum's fields, a honeycomb of stone lost to time. What if the 3,000 rooms were not a single block, but a network? Passages linking temples, tombs, and hidden vaults. The Middle Kingdom's penchant for grandiosity supports this. Amenemhat's pyramid, though modest above, might anchor a subterranean empire below. The radar's silence, thanks to Egypt's embargo, only fuels the question: how far does it reach? Are we standing atop a city, its heart pulsing unseen, or a myth magnified by ancient awe? Buried truths. What lies below? The greatest mystery of Hawara is its unopened depths. The 2008 expedition confirmed structures beneath the sand, yet no spade has broken their seal. What awaits us there? Empty halls, royal treasures, or revelations that could rewrite our past? The labyrinth's destruction spared its underground half, a time capsule preserved by neglect. But what does it hold? History suggests a funerary trove, sarcophagi, offerings, perhaps Amenemhat's lost riches. Petrie's finds, statues, granite slabs, point to a ceremonial core, a shrine to Sobek or Hathor. Yet, the scale whispers of more. If it was a center of power, we might uncover papyri detailing Middle Kingdom life, tax ledgers, star charts, or treaties with forgotten tribes. The irrigation mastery of Fayum could be chronicled there, a blueprint of ancient ingenuity. Or perhaps it's a reliquary of the sacred. Relics, amulets, or tools of priests who walked its halls. The conspiracies push further. What if the chambers hold proof of a lost era? Artifacts predating Egypt, hints of a culture drowned by time. Imagine walls etched with glyphs no scholar can read, or devices defying Bronze Age craft. The 2008 secrecy stokes this fire. Why hide ruins unless they challenge all we know? Could there be a chamber untouched, its air sealed since 1800 BCE, guarding a truth too vast to unveil? Yet, reality tempers fantasy. Waterlogged soil and centuries of decay might leave only echoes, shattered pots, faded carvings. Still, the unknown beckons. Each unturned stone, each muted scan is a siren's call. What lies below? A pharaoh's pride, a civilization's memory, or a secret the earth refuses to yield? A tapestry of intrigue. Logic meets the unknown. The Labyrinth of Hawara stands at a crossroads of fact and fantasy. History offers a foundation, a Middle Kingdom marvel built by Amenemhat III, admired by ancients, and lost to ruin. Science anchors it in context. Mud brick walls, granite shrines, a testament to Egyptian ingenuity. Yet the gaps in this narrative, the 2008 secrecy, the uncharted depths, invite speculation. Are we peering at a monument or a mirror to mysteries we've yet to grasp? The conspiracy of government cover-up holds weight, rooted in documented suppression, though likely for mundane reasons. The notion of lost knowledge tantalizes, plausible within Egypt's intellectual legacy, yet unproven. Atlantis and extraterrestrials stretch credulity, clashing with evidence, but echo humanity's yearning for a grander past. Portals to other realms captivate, a poetic leap from the labyrinth's mystique, though grounded science dismisses them. What if the truth lies between? Perhaps Hawara was a hub of forgotten wisdom, not alien but human, its records pilfered or sealed. Maybe its destruction masked a legacy too potent to survive. Or, just possibly, its depths hold something stranger, a whisper from a world we've overlooked. The descent continues. The underground city of Hawara remains a cipher, its chambers silent beneath the desert. Each theory, each mystery pulls us deeper into its maze, a journey without end. As technology advances, as radar probes further, we may one day unearth its heart. Will we find a pharaoh's vanity, a scholar's trove, or a secret that defies all we know? Until then, Hawara whispers from the sands, daring us to dream, to question, to descend. What lies below? History or something beyond?